Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the front office reports. My name is Seb. I'm joined by Dan and Gabo. How are we doing, boys?
It's football time.
Yeah,
It
glad
is. It
glad
is.
it's
It is
here.
almost full
And
time.
the gap between Monday night and Thursday night feels so much bigger
Brutal.
than it actually is. Like that, like Tuesday, Wednesday is just brutal. Then Thursday's here, and it's like it almost feels like the
Thursday
weekend.
comes
So it's
around.
yeah, it's nice.
It does. It does get you in much. It's much easier getting into the weekend when you've got some nice
Yeah,
Thursday night football to look forward to.
yeah,
And we have got what could potentially be an interesting game to have a little chat about. We'll come to that later, though. We will
yeah,
discuss the Bucks and Eagles in a little while. We're going to come back to our tier list, which you guys did last week without me.
yeah,
This is
Yeah.
the first time I've seen it.
yeah.
Um,
Vikings went down.
But remember,
I'm
you have to think of it before this past weekend's games. So there might be some things that are going to change, obviously. So keep that in
yes,
mind. You're viewing it from week
yes,
4,
yes,
not
very
week
much so.
5. Yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, do we start again at the bottom with our trash of the week?
Yeah.
Gabo, it looks like you're ready to suggest a team already.
No, I was actually gonna say I can't really think of a big one. I was gonna go for the Ravens before their amazing comeback.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Put the Jags.
Panthers, maybe because the Jaguars. Panthers, I would say because Dan's bet I think was not good because of the was it?
I can't even
No,
remember
no,
who
no,
it
no,
was. Who was
no,
it?
no, no. It was no, no. Actually, no. It wasn't that because it was you needed to win
It's
by
the
what they
under.
wanted, and
It's
they
the
just ran
under.
it.
Yeah.
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 Oh, the
It's
Browns
under the
Chargers.
Browns Chargers that fucked me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Can I
Right.
can
Right.
I can I make a suggestion for who should be trash?
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest the Vikings. To be
Really?
honest, I thought they were absolute trash.
I feel
They were
like
trash.
because they won, right? I'm remembering it
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
correctly.
yeah, they
a
They managed
last
to
won.
a
win,
last minute
But
field goal.
but I want
yeah,
to win.
we. But this was the Lions. Like, and
That's true.
literally the whole game was trash. And actually, to be fair, there's not. I don't think it's actually fair to label all the Vikings as trash. Kirk Cousins had another great game. PFF rating had him, I'm sure, like top five of all QBs over the weekend. Justin Jefferson showed up, but it's Mike Zimmer that's trash. So
Isn't
if we
it
could have just
funny
Mike Zimmer,
though that the Vikings, like Kirk Cousins, has such a good quarterback rating, but they never seem to score touchdowns?
yeah, because
Like,
it turns out we just end up doing so much either running the ball on like second and long, or he's doing like quite a lot of short passes. When he does actually go deep, like Justin Jefferson is one of the best deep threats in the game, and he's on fire right now.
yeah,
So he's catching everything, but then he's also only doing short passes. So I think his percentages are just staying high from that.
yeah.
It's
It's
just the
crazy.
play calling is just so boring and not adventurous. Like at the end of the first half, we had like 45 seconds and two timeouts. We could have tried to push the ball, at least get a field goal. They end up running it out and just letting the time run out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, honestly, I was really, really disappointed with the Vikings. So I
Okay.
put them
You
down there.
nominated them.
Honestly, I put them down, and
Right.
I'm
Hey,
going to nominate them because I thought they were rubbish.
you were gone for a week and you come here swinging your own team.
Yeah,
I was gonna
yeah,
say,
yeah.
look, I'll agree with you, sure. I guess my other nomination would be the Dolphins because they got absolutely smoked by the Bucks, but it was kind of expected, I guess. Um,
I would
Jags,
put,
I
I mean,
guess, like Dan said,
I would
but
put Jags, man. They first of all, they haven't won a game. Second of all, their coach just is a mess. I think at the moment because of what's
that's true. Actually,
happened.
oh, I mean,
They got
in that
smoked.
sense, you could probably throw the Raiders down there as well. To be fair,
You
sure.
could,
All
we're
but
right, so
they've
talking.
okay,
only
let's
won
pick
two
one.
games.
Let's pick one. Do we go for the Vikings or the Jaguars?
I think Jags. Vikings won.
Uh,
Vikings won.
Yeah.
So
yeah, go Jags, go
Okay,
Jags.
look, the
Chuck them
Vikings will
down there.
suffer. We can push them back a little bit. It's
hey,
fine.
there's always
I mean,
next.
yeah,
There's
they're gonna
always
go down.
this week that they could be
Yeah,
trash
that's
already.
true. Yeah, that is
True, true,
very
true,
true.
true. All right, so I guess that brings us to the main question: where do we put the Titans now?
Should we just leave the Titans until we get to like where they were before? Weren't they a good challenger before?
I think so.
We can just
I
throw
can't
them
even
up into
remember.
good
I think they're
challenger or something for now, and then we can put them wherever.
We started them here, no?
Yeah, but we definitely put them down. We put them down after they lost.
I don't think we moved them 2 tiers, so I think...
put them there. Just leave them there, and we can come.
Yeah, we can come. We can come to them. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about these guys. Go ahead and start. I think the Jets are showing a little bit of signs of life, especially the defense. But I think based on injuries alone, I think a team that completely did a full 180 for at least for a few weeks is going to be the Giants. And I don't know what to expect. I think that Dan Jones with the concussion protocol, I think he's good. I think he's playing. I'm fairly certain. I don't know if you guys saw him wobble. I hate to laugh at it, but wow, poor guy.
Yeah.
And then Barkley's injury is ridiculous. Somebody steps on him.
His own teammate, wasn't it?
Play was over. No. I thought it was Daniel Jones. But it was actually I believe it was a cornerback. Can't remember. I would move the Giants down a bit. Lions obviously lost down a bit. Falcons and Jets, I would move them up a bit. I'm not too sure about the Texans because the Texans did give up a big lead against the Patriots. What do you guys think?
I think Jets go bottom. I think they suck.
Good. Okay.
I was actually going to say the same thing. I think the Houston Texans. I thought the Texans showed more than the Jets. I just think Zach Wilson is really
Let's also
struggling.
remember that the Buccaneers last week struggled massively against the Patriots. The Texans were in the lead for most of it, and then at the end gave it up. But they have a rookie quarterback who is better than Zach Wilson. They have a better team than the Jets. They give up less points than the Jets. I don't know.
I think the argument is a little weird because there was a lot of things going on in that other game, Patriots and Bucks. I mean, first of all, typical Brady Belichick. It's raining as hell, and I think it was in New England. Yeah, it was in New England. Whereas I believe Patriots Houston, was that in New England or was that in Texas? I think it was in. So I mean, I'll agree with you. Maybe we can move them up here, but I wouldn't move them.
I put them ahead of Detroit. I don't know why Detroit and 0-5 team are ahead of the Texans who have won. Detroit can play well, but they haven't won a game. So no matter
how much their coach cries, they're still not going to move
What
on.
happens is a team goes up ahead of them, and then it's against Detroit. And I think the mentality is it's Detroit, so they stop playing as good, and Detroit comes back. Like big whoop, you don't win. If you do that and you win, then there's a different scenario. But they have yet to win. Same with the Jags.
I think the good teams, and again, this is why I come back to the Vikings. Like, we had the advantage, and the good teams will then put their feet on the other team's throat, and will close the game out. They will go up to 2-3 touchdowns, which we just didn't do for some reason. And you give them that opportunity that all they need is a couple of plays and score a touchdown. But again, 0-5, I think they have to be down there. Yeah. I agree.
And then I would leave it as is the rest of them. I think the Giants will probably end up going below the Texans after this weekend, just because they have no one playing, and the Texans are playing the Colts, and they could. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of upset there. So
the Giants in their injury report included Saquon Barkley, Kenny Golladay, Radarius Williams is a cornerback, Dan Jones, Jabril Peppers, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, Kadarius Toney.
Everyone.
They're gonna have no receivers whatsoever. Evan Engram breakout game. You heard it here first. If you're looking for a streaming tight end, Evan Engram is my suggestion.
You're not wrong. Who are they up against?
They are playing.
It's a tough game. Rams. I wouldn't stream.
Maybe not then. Maybe not then. Okay. I think other than that, I mean, the Falcons, they played the Jets in London. They made a bit of a meal of it, I feel, but
look, they without Calvin Ridley, finally Kyle Pitts showed hey, I'm here, I can score points, I can win bets for Dan, it's good.
Can score points.
But I still wouldn't move them above. I mean, big whoop, you beat the Jets by 7 points.
Yeah, I think they still have to stay down there for now, unless I think with Calvin Ridley coming back, they have the potential to move up, I would say. But for now, I think we leave them as is. Anything else to add about those 5 down there, Dan?
No, I think
Happy
we're
with
good
that?
with that shitty tier.
Okay, let's move on to bad-ish. Gabo, any one of these teams you want to start with in particular, or
I mean, if we're not bringing Dolphins down a tier, I just put them at the bottom of this. Tua's back.
yeah,
I like it. I know Dan doesn't. I still prefer Tua over Jacoby Brissett.
Sucks. They suck, both of them. May as well leave Jacoby in.
So you'd go Jacoby over Tua,
Yeah,
fancy wise.
fancy wise,
Really?
I don't know, but in general, as a level head
In terms of winning games.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, he's a veteran. He's won games before.
Yeah,
More air miles, etc.
I think he's very much a college quarterback, and by that I mean just he has to have good players. He played at Alabama. Anyone could be a quarterback for Alabama, and throw a touchdown.
I don't know. I think I might struggle a little bit with that,
but yeah, I would move Dolphins all the way to the bottom. If they lose against the Jags this week, they can go in trash of the week and also go all the way down to you gross.
I'd still move. I actually think we should move the Saints back up to the top of this. Not any up tier, but this is what happens when you start passing Kamara the ball. You start winning games. Put Kamara, put him in the script, play him well, and you'll get victories. And Kamara had a beast of a game. Finally rewarded us Kamara owners. Hallelujah. And honestly, I'm looking at the Patriots who had to come back against the Texans, and the Broncos not being able to do much against the Steelers. Again, an overinflated team, in my opinion, with the record based on just pure weak schedule. So not because the Saints are that much better. I just think they're better now that they know how to play the game with Kamara as their main front. And with regards to the Eagles, Hurts and Devonta Smith are showing finally that they're getting more and more connected, so that's good. So I'm thinking maybe the Saints up top, followed by the Patriots, followed by the Eagles, and then followed by Broncos. What do you guys think?
I think you move Broncos all the way down to behind Eagles, but I would leave Patriots top ahead of Saints.
About Saints?
It's like we do this every week where we're like, oh, the Saints look good again for 1 week.
They're like,
next week they'll go and do something stupid. So
yeah.
The Patriots have had 2 good games in a row now. Yeah, Houston was a bit weird, but also Davis Mills looked really, really good for Houston, to be fair. And Houston looked good.
Mac Jones has shown some good flashes though. You could possibly argue he's been the best rookie quarterback so far.
I would put him as the best, for sure.
I think you could say, yeah. So I think I would agree with Patriots staying up there. Yeah. And yeah, I agree also the Saints, they seem to have, I think, again, when you have Jameis Winston as your quarterback, you literally have no idea what you're going to get play to play, let alone week to week. I think there's always going to be that question mark over them while they still have Jameis throwing the rock. I am sort of optimistic about the Eagles, though. I still think, that combination of Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith is interesting. Panthers, they play tonight. We'll have to see how they do against a Steely Bucks defense, but I'm happy with that layer staying as it is, to be honest.
Oh, I would add to that layer though. With
Washington okay.
Down.
Washington, I would do that too.
Yeah,
I'm happy to move them down there. What's their record now? What are we saying about?
They do still
Washington 2-3. Yeah. I think they come down.
I do want to follow our behavior. I guess I can't find the word of if we drop them down a tier that's already punishment enough. Our precedent. If we drop them a tier, we already seen it's already punishment enough. So let's see where they go from here. I still do think that Washington could take out wins from New England, Eagles, and Broncos if Tyler Heineke shows up and all that. But again, till I see more, I'm okay leaving it at the top right now. Hopefully they start playing San Luis and they win. Go Chile. Let's go. But yeah, I mean, do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree?
Yeah,
Done?
they're up against the Chiefs this week, so they might slip a little bit here.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, we'll give them their little. We'll not drop them too much for now, but yeah, they're probably coming down after that game.
Yeah.
Although, actually, we'll come to the Chiefs. We'll talk about the Chiefs later. I won't go into the Chiefs just yet. But no, I'm happy with them coming down. I think personally, I think the Panthers, after such a hot start, they've now lost 2 in a row, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've won all games with Christian McCaffrey, lost all games without him. So,
I mean, he is,
and he's 50-50 to show. I think he's not going to play this week, so that's another loss, in my opinion. What are they up against?
Vikings.
Oh well, in that case,
well, that's another win.
Vikings are only -2.5, which seems really. We'll talk about it on the Saturday or Sunday stream, but yeah, only -2.5. I feel like that's a slight against the Vikings, but also feels really, really good to like put that -2.5 on.
Yeah. I wouldn't move them, honestly. I still think they're a good team. I still think Sam Darnold is a really good quarterback with really good weapons in DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and I still think Chuba is good. It's just they're missing the CMC factor right now.
I mean, any team is going to miss a player of Christian McCaffrey's caliber.
Yeah.
They're going to get probably worse.
Yeah, and their defense is just top-notch.
The defense is still good.
I wouldn't move them up because they lost, but I wouldn't move them down.
Agreed.
I'm happy leaving them there. Yeah. I think the Bengals stay there as well. And
I honestly think all these teams stay. Sure, they got wins. We're not moving the Steelers up yet. They got all wins and such, but I wouldn't really move any of these. I mean, Colts. I guess the Colts giving up a huge lead Monday night, maybe.
I would move the Colts down. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good point actually.
Chicago have won
behind
with Justin Fields, so
we put them above or behind.
I put them Bengals. I put the Bengals above actually as well.
Yeah, I would put the Bengals above too. I think this team is.
The Bengals they played well. I mean that game could have gone either way. That was a ridiculous game. Although it was so embarrassing when he started celebrating when he missed.
That was a shame.
Game.
So sad. So sad.
Yeah. Awkward.
Happy for me.
Oh yeah, but you were delighted about that. Did you see? I'm sure I saw a stat that this weekend was the lowest percentage of kicker success rate in NFL history or something like that.
The first quarter was ridiculous. The Texans game had 3 in a row with field goal, extra points or field goals. Like I was like,
Jesus.
What is happening? Yeah, it was weird.
Every time Red Zone cuts a new game, it was just a kicker going wide somewhere. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Madness. I mean, Dan, anything to mention about your Steelers as well?
No, they played all right.
I mean, great win.
So,
yeah, great win. Juju's out.
Show me
the season.
I love Juju. I don't think he's going to re-sign with the Steelers this offseason. I hope he goes somewhere else and finds success, but I would give all that money to Chase Claypool.
Chase Claypool is
Canada boy.
Problem. He's going to be a problem.
Go Canada.
He is the one. So if Chase Claypool gets more of the ball, so be it. I'll be very happy with that. And also Deontay Johnson is amazing.
Deontay Johnson looks good. I picked him up in fantasy a couple of weeks ago, and it was a choice of I think him or Juju, and I made the right choice.
And he's been complaining about not being involved enough. So Juju's out. Deontay Johnson, show us what you can do. Let's see if Big Ben can string 2 performances together without throwing an interception. It's against the Seahawks.
I mean, Seahawks have been. Actually, let's move. We'll move on to the Seahawks because they are in the next tier up there.
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks looked bad.
They lost Russell Wilson as well,
and they looked better without Russell Wilson. Geno Smith was a baller, man. He led them straight down the field. He obviously didn't get the win, but he looked good in that one drive. Like Russell Wilson was just throwing.
That defense is getting absolutely shredded, though.
Yeah, I think that's why I think the Steelers will shred them. And the Steelers will kick their ass because the Steelers actually have a good defense. Their offense, obviously, Ben Roethlisberger's not the best, but I think he'll still shred them up, and they won't be able to score against the Steelers. So,
I mean, I'd be tempted to move the Seahawks down to the bottom of that category,
even with San Francisco with no quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'm not moving them anywhere
They have
because
zero. I don't even know who's playing this weekend. I have no idea who the backup
Wait,
quarterback
are they
is.
both injured? Because
Yeah,
I knew Jimmy was.
I think Jimmy's playing.
I think Trey Lance is out.
I think Jimmy's playing.
Damn.
He didn't look that good either. I don't. 49ers, they don't have Kittle. Well, they're on a bye week right now. Again, no quarterback. Ayuk is a yuck. Nowhere to be found still. Deebo Samuel is literally the only saving grace in that team right now. You don't know which running back you're running. Elijah Mitchell.
Also, their defense isn't that good. I thought they were supposed to be an elite defense, and they've just been like Nick Bosa's. Not Nick Bosa. Joey Bosa's not really been doing anything.
Nick Bosa. Yeah.
So according to this is the 49ers website. This is week 5. I haven't got for this week.
Also, Jeff Wilson is not coming as expected till much later. Like they got nothing going for them, and I don't blame the defense because if you have such an atrocious offense that just goes through and out multiple times, doesn't score, then the defense will get tired. I still think it's a great defense. I mean, Bosa's still a champ, but
yeah, Trey Lance got a knee sprain and has not.
They're on a bye week. They're on a bye week this week, though, aren't they? Sorry, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So I mean.
Honestly, guys, this is my thought. All of these 4 teams, yuck, last week.
Yeah, true.
Although,
Yeah,
Minnesota up
above the Raiders. Yeah, I agree with that. And Raiders are looking like the overrated team that I thought they were.
The rest of the teams, the Raiders, Seahawks, 49ers, are one more loss away from getting kicked. If the Raiders lose or the Seahawks lose, especially the Seahawks.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks are in danger there.
They're getting kicked down.
I'm not sure
about them back and forth. We can literally move Steelers up, Seahawks down.
Yeah.
Oh, and give me a second, guys.
Knock.
And also, while Gab was doing that, I also think that if Chicago wins and the Seahawks and Raiders lose, I think Chicago and Steelers swap places with them. And you can't really move the 49ers down, can you, on a bye week?
Yeah. I think we do it on a bye week.
Yeah.
I think they have to actually lose a game or something to happen for us to move them down.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think the Seahawks, Jamal Adams. Oh my word! Didn't they give up 2 first-round picks for him?
Yeah, exactly. Their defense is just being. It's weird because 2 or 3 years ago they were wasn't it? They were called the
Legion of Boom, and
now they're
yeah.
Here's just long touchdowns every week, it's crazy. But their offense is also fantastic. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, especially DK
Chris
Metcalf.
Carson.
Metcalf kind of reminds me of the Derrick Henry of wide receivers, just the build,
he is actually
through, people.
Just absolute power and destruction.
Yeah, exactly. So we can move on to the next here. Tennessee Titans. They obviously lost against the Jets the week before.
They did, yeah.
But then
came back
against the Jags in the end. I still want to leave.
Yeah, I mean they made it. They made a difficult start with though, didn't they?
They did. They were losing, weren't they? At one point, I want
to say they were losing.
Trevor Lawrence scored the first touchdown of the game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And I think they struggled for the first half, and then second half they just decided, oh yeah, we've got the best running back in the game. Let's just give him the ball all the time.
Yeah, but also remember Julio Jones is out. AJ Brown was limited, I would say, in some respects. But this weekend, Julio Jones is back. AJ Brown is fully back. Let's see what they can do.
I need AJ Brown to wake up for my fantasy as well.
I was in our fantasy league. I had obviously drafted Derrick Henry first, and when it came to me, AJ Brown was there in the 3rd round, I think. And I was gonna pick him, but I was like, I don't want 2 players in the same team playing for me that close together. So I ended up picking up DK Metcalf, and I was thinking, holy crap, I dodged a bullet. If I hadn't picked Derrick Henry, I would have picked AJ Brown 100%. So if I'd picked up, I don't know, Alvin Kamara or whoever else instead of.
Oh yeah, because didn't you have the 3rd or 4th pick or something, and you still ended up with Derrick Henry?
No, so I had Derrick Henry 1st round, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, but what was what pick were you in the 1st round?
4th.
That's what I mean. The fact he dropped to you at 4
was Christian McCaffrey,
madness.
Patrick Mahomes, and I'm pretty sure it was
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
I was speaking. So I was speaking to my friend who took Dalvin, and he's kicking himself that he didn't take Derek. He
Did I
wishes he
not
took
say
Derek
at the
Henry,
beginning
but
of the season, I said I am
yeah.
fearful for Dalvin Cook's health, and you said to me,
I think when we did a mock draft, yeah.
and I was like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that, but I had a feeling, and I'm glad because Derrick Henry, I don't think has missed a game. Okay, I've now said it. Now he's gonna get injured, but has not missed a game yet. So yeah, hopefully.
And he's been killing it, hasn't he? I think the first game was a bit quiet, wasn't he? And then since then,
he's was 9 fantasy points. I was like 9.3, and I was like, holy crap!
Yeah.
Don't be like this. And then after that, it's been like easily over 20 plus.
Did he get like 40 or something the other day? Like
31 last week, and that was only with two touchdowns, I think. But I was reading an article, and it says, if you could redo your fantasy, Derrick Henry is the solid 1.1 because he's turned into a pass catching running back. So in previous years, he was purely a runner, and you'd rely on those running yards and those touchdowns. Now it's like 5 or 6 receptions on top of that. So you're getting 5 points, 6.7 points on just catches alone, plus the yardage, which can range from 20 to 100.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
He's an absolute monster.
Yeah, we can leave the Titans there since Gabo's still not here and he's in control of all of this.
Yeah. We can do some shuffling about in a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Chargers, I was very impressed with. I thought they looked really good, and I think
what a comeback!
Oh, unbelievable! That game was mad.
I do want to touch on the fact. So this weekend I had a 13 game parlay. And 12 of them hit, 1 of them didn't, and it was for $3,500. Quite a lot of money. And I thought to myself, I looked at the stats, and I never do undos. Never. I should not. I'm sure
you said this literally like a week ago. Yeah,
I said it the other week, and it lost, and then I said it this week. But then I went to check the stats. And the Chargers games always seemed really low. The Browns just had a 14-7 game against the Vikings. And then I looked closer and I said, so the under over was 55.5. That was what I was looking at. It was an alternate over under. And neither team had a game where it went over 55.5 points. The most points was, I think, 50 by the Chargers at some point. And of course, within the first quarter, I knew it was like, oh, it was just no, it wasn't the first quarter. It was at halftime. First quarter was good. I think it was like 10 points total. And I was like, yes, let's go. And it just the game just lost its mind after that. What a game.
Yeah, that game was crazy. Crazy. Some mad touchdowns as well.
Yeah.
There's
no defense.
Terrible defending. Absolutely,
which
nothing
is hilarious because both teams are supposed to have incredibly highly ranked defenses, especially the Cleveland Browns, that defensive line. But it was like no running. I expected this to be a running game with Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and Eckler, but no, it was completely like just bombs. And like it's weird because Baker Mayfield's not known for like the long
dropping dimes.
Bombs downfield, but like within the first quarter, it was like a wide open pass. And then Mike Williams just felt like he was just not guarded at all the entire game. It was like he was playing in high school.
Okay, so this is madness. I didn't realize this. In the fourth quarter, the Chargers had 26 points. What?
Insane.
That's wild. Insane. And the Browns had 15. So I mean, just in that quarter alone, that was like 3/4 of your points under.
Well, what I said to Gabo was that I could have put like over under 100 points, and I would have been uncomfortable in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
because it was like very close.
That was madness.
Yeah, you'd obviously never get that. That would be like it'd be impossible.
Yeah, the odds would not be great. No, but no, that was one of the games of the week. I think closely followed. Well, actually, the Ravens game was the game of the week. No,
you think so?
What do you think?
I
don't know. Actually, the back and forth
of this game was a back and forth pretty much the entire time. I especially the last quarter, because it felt like everyone went to score a touchdown, and then by the time they got to like midway, they're like, okay, let these guys score a touchdown so we can go down the field and score a touchdown. It felt very much like that. If you wanted to shoot out with tons of points and tons of, you're looking at your fantasy and you had Mike Williams or Eckler or whoever.
Yeah, absolutely delighted. Yeah.
Or for me, you just wanted to cry because this game was so clearly gone.
The opposite of what you wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then I can't even remember the Ravens game. Against the
Ravens
Colts.
played, yeah.
It was a tight game.
But they
Went to overtime.
Yeah, went to overtime, and Lamar
pulled it
had
out. Gabbo's not here to tell us about all the crap he was saying about Lamar in our group chat, that he was the worst quarterback, he sucks, blah, blah, blah. And he turns in a crazy performance. A guy
Wasn't it over 400? It was over 400 yards, 85% completion. I think that's the first time in NFL history.
For being more of a running back than a quarterback. Well, I wouldn't say that. I'd say a lot of people consider him more of a running back than a quarterback. I myself knew when he played at Louisville in college, he was a good passer as well.
He could still
37 completions, bro. That is like an Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady percentage. 442 passing. I can't even remember a quarterback this season.
And four touchdowns and 0 interceptions.
Yeah.
Like, he had a mad game. And then on top of that, he still had 14
rushing.
Runs for 62 yards. Yeah.
Crazy, bro. So overall, and people say he's like,
500
yards total.
It's madness. He won me my game, basically.
How many fantasy points was that? 50?
I mean, it's got to be at least 40.
But didn't he throw an interception or fumble or something early on?
41 points.
41, Jesus.
I ended up having a mad score this week on that league. My QB and running backs are doing the business for me. Yeah. I honestly, this is on our league as well. I started out 0-3, I think.
Yeah,
I'm now back to 2-3.
Let's go, baby. Round of applause because you did amazing trades. You went and said, screw this, I'm going to go trade all these players. I want to look at your team because I think the last time I looked at your team, you only had 4 players from your original draft left in your team. The other 12, 13, 14 players, can't remember how many is in our league. I think is it a 16-player league, I think?
I think so,
you
yeah.
traded away 12 of your drafts.
I still have Lamar, Nick Chubb, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson.
That was it.
And that's it, those 4. That's it, yeah.
And those are like 4 elite players, so those are obviously the ones you wanted to keep. But I remember you traded me, Chris Carson, and who else was it? You traded me. Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk, that was it,
And then you got Devontae Smith out of it, which is,
I think that could come good. I think that could come good for me, But and I genuinely, awesome. I think this week again, if we're looking at the projections, I have the second highest projection. I'm feeling, you know what? I'm feeling confident about this again.
In fantasy, I think you're more. I don't know. You're more confident than I am in my team, and I'm 4-1. I lost my first game because the other guy had Mike Williams and Austin Eckler and blew me out the water.
Oh,
it was just one of those games. But I have the most points, the best record, and everything. And I think you're feeling better about your team than I am. I'm more concerned because I have Saquon Barkley injured. I have Chris Carson injured. I have injuries everywhere at the moment, and I'm not feeling.
I still like your. I mean, you've got 2 tight ends that are
pretty good.
I mean, like Dawson Knox out of nowhere has suddenly become.
I got him off of
was he like times 3 or something?
Weirdly, I got him off waivers last week. Nobody who needed a tight end was wanting him, and I think I had Jared Cook, and I was like, I think Dawson Knox is going to be better than Jared Cook, and I managed to snag him.
And he got down I'm sure I looked at him, and I just thought. He's not gonna have another game like that, is he? Because he'd had 12.9, then 80.2. I was like, he's not gonna replicate that, is he? And maybe he is. But I still like your wide receiver room. I think Cortland Sutton is gonna be very good. Again, Teddy Bridgewater has not been amazing, but I still rate Cortland Sutton.
Gets all the targets.
Chris Godwin and exactly. Yeah, there's no one else to throw it to really in that offense. Metcalf and Godwin are top. 12, 10, like they're both really, really good. Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry. Matt Stafford is, I mean, he's got that offense really, really humming. So I don't think by any means you can be too worried about your fantasy team. And he's back.
But at the same time, you got to give yourself props, man. You've turned your team completely around from 0-3 to 2-3.
I'm coming for that repeat.
Can you level it at 3-3 this week? 3 games on the trot. Let's see, Sebastian.
I have Omar this week as well.
Oh, that's an easy dub then.
Both leagues? You have him in both leagues?
Yeah, he does have him in League of Nations. He does for sure.
Damn.
Oh, I have him on both leagues. That's hilarious. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, both leagues.
Check the front office report. Maybe you have him in 3.
Yeah, I should check that. Yeah. Oh man.
All right. So where did we left? Did you guys talk about the game a little bit, or
we talked about we talked about all the games, so we can move.
We just sort of kept going. Yeah. I think we should go back to the Ravens because we need to discuss Gabbo's takes on Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah, we did.
Right. That's where we were. So all the conference contenders there. I'll just say I do. Like I said, all the good challenger teams that we have there, they're like this week. So I wouldn't put the Titans there. I would actually put them still the conference contender.
Yeah, we were happy leaving them there. Yeah.
Okay. And so, did you guys already talk about these?
We started on them and then we sort of got distracted a little bit by fantasy.
Okay, I think there's one that has to go up here.
Up into up in the up in Super Bowl finalists.
Yeah, and bring down the opposition of the same division. It's clear. Like I don't know why Dan's shaking his head. Chiefs are better than the Chiefs right now. Sorry, what did I just say? Chiefs are better than the Chiefs. What? Chargers are better than the Chiefs, and Chargers are great. Yes, the game with the Browns was a little weird, especially in the fourth quarter. They almost beat 100 points, but I think the Chargers are Super Bowl finalists right now. I mean, especially in the AFC. I mean, some people have to beat the Bills. That's it.
I think the Bills would kill them.
I think I kind of actually looking at the records again. The Chiefs are 2-3. I don't think they can't stay in Super Bowl finalists. I don't think the Chiefs can stay up there right now.
I think they
can. But we can't have one AFC Super Bowl finalists. That's the whole point. We have 4 NFC. So we need something else besides Bills. I still think the Bills are better. Don't get me wrong. But I think Chargers, based on their path, probably second seed. I think are they second seed or first seed right now?
They are. They've got the same record as the Bills and the Ravens right now. They're all on 4-1.
I think they have the bye. I don't know why.
It's Ravens Chargers this week, so that's why I would not move either of them. If one of them wins, then you can put them up. But this week,
I think Chiefs have to come down though.
But we haven't got to that tier yet, so.
Okay. Sorry, we'll hold fire on that.
Okay, I'll still make my point for the Chargers because the Chargers beat whoever we said was the top of this tier. I know I have to convince Seth. That's the only one here. So.
How can you I think bottom of conference contenders all the way up to there?
We talked about this last time, and we were like, look, if the Chiefs and Chargers, they're facing against each other, and if the Chargers beat the Chiefs.
I think even just from it, like you said, from a pure numbers perspective, we need to have one other team from the conference other, I think, because there's going to be two
they have
competing.
The same record as the Ravens, so why not put the Ravens up there as well then? And if they're playing each other this week, why wouldn't you just wait to figure it out and then put them whoever wins out of those two teams up?
Because I still don't.
They let up 45 points though. It's not like it was a sliver. Like they've let up a ton of points. It's been close every game.
I get that, but the Browns are still a good offense, especially a running offense.
And we did say
they suck on offense.
They are.
What are you talking about? Baker Mayfield stinks.
Wait, I get that, but it's not. They don't need Baker.
They didn't let up running touchdowns. It was all like receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, this is what we're saying. Just no defense from the team. I mean, when you have Ricky Seals-Jones scoring touchdowns.
Njoku got 149 yards. Who the fuck is Njoku? He's some tier 5 tight end, and they made him look like a top tight end. Like it makes no sense. And they're missing their best wide receiver. Like it doesn't make any sense. I don't think their defense is that
miles ahead of the Ravens. I don't see sure Ravens came back, but that's the whole point. The Ravens have to come back. It was a horrible first half by the Ravens. I think they stink. I mean, not stink, but maybe I'm just getting a little offended here. But I'm not a big fan of Lamar. Sure, he had a big game. Sure, they had a big comeback. But he put himself in a position where he had to do this at home, at a fumble in the 1-yard line, and then attempted another literally 1-yard run, and that cost me a bet. trash of the week here.
That's right.
So I think the Chargers are better than any team in this tier. They're definitely better than the Chiefs. So
you know what? I think I'm gonna side with Dan on this one actually. I think they go to the top of that, the conference contenders. I think the Chiefs have to come down and below them yet. And I want to say Ravens above Browns. Because it's difficult because I think you could probably argue that potentially the Ravens have maybe the better offense, the Browns maybe have the better defense.
I would put the Cowboys. Yeah.
Okay, actually, we haven't really talked about Dallas actually. Yeah.
I was gonna say I would put both on top.
Kansas City has to go all the way down between Ravens and Titans, in my opinion. There's 3, 4, and 1 teams ahead of them.
That's true, actually. Yeah, I think we have to look at record. We have to start considering that. Yeah. We should mention the Cowboys briefly because they are looking.
They've had
damn good. I know it was only the Giants as well, but.
I don't know, but I think what Dan says, they had 3 home games where they absolutely destroyed. That's great, honestly. Great high-scoring games. Elliott woke up from his bad season last year. He's good. Now we get to see them away on the road.
But it's only against the Patriots, so it's not. We have to wait until week 8.
Do they play at home again after the Patriots?
Week 7, that's their bye week. So week 8, Vikings. So I guess we'll see that.
Oh, great.
Sunday Night Football, Vikings versus Cowboys. That's a good Sunday night game.
That will be a good game, to be fair.
Very awesome. Late for you, though.
That was that game was the one that cost me my 10th week or 11th week survival defeat last year.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was a good time. That was amusing.
No, that wasn't.
That was an awful game, actually. Yeah, I remember that. That was disgusting. Like, we played so badly. Oh,
lost to a field goal.
That was horrible.
Anyways,
Super Bowl finalists then. Anyone you want to start with, Dan? We'll go with Dan first. Anyone you want to start with?
The guy was gonna get pissed at me. I think Arizona goes to second place. Green Bay goes to the bottom. In my opinion, Arizona's undefeated, but I still don't think they're better than the Rams. There's just something. Bills, I think, are way better than Green Bay. Green Bay struggled so much, man. So they should have lost that game 3 times. 3 or 4 times.
I think I agree with Dan again. Sorry, bro.
They had one fumble, one bad game.
Buffalo, Buffalo, they were hella good.
Yeah,
I have to say, Buffalo impressive. Yeah.
First week, so it's just complete trash. Week 1, you can throw out the window, kind of like Green Bay. We threw out the window with the Saints, but Buffalo are just a mile.
They look like they had the summer off, and they've come back swinging.
Green Bay doesn't have really much of a defense, but Buffalo has a defense, and so and Arizona are 5-0. So we have there's. No,
I think Arizona have to come up. Yeah.
No more. Buccaneers didn't look that great against Patriots last week. They still won. They won again this week, but I still think Arizona are a bit younger and hungrier. So Arizona second place, Green Bay to the bottom. Everyone else stay the same.
I agree. Gabbo? Thoughts?
Gabbo's like, hell no, Green Bay number 1.
A walk out right now? No, I'm kidding. I mean, no, honestly, I agree with most of what you said.
Most.
I'm not pushing the Packers down because of their performance. I still think that we're a great team. We have a lot going for it, but it's just I will put them at the bottom because of the performance of the other teams. I do look the Bills. We can't overlook a team that is scoring literally, I think, nearly 120 points in 3 games.
Yeah,
disgusting.
That's mad.
Cardinals 5-0
against the Texans, though.
Yeah, I mean, still 40-40. These guys are insane.
Didn't let the Texans score a single point, even a field goal. So that is props to them.
I mean, like you said, the defense is stellar. Yeah. And the Cardinals, we moved them up 1 tier. And we said, we'll wait until we move them further up. had an iffy game. I'm still look. They're still a 5-0 team. I'm a little skeptical because of Kyler Murray's shoulder now. And I think Hopkins is out as well, or he might be out. He has an illness. Edmonds has was it a knee or shoulder as well? So it's a team that is losing a little bit of power, but they do have an easy schedule. So I still think we'll move them up. I would actually. So what I would do is I'll agree with you guys. Like I said, I'm not bashing on my team. I'm just saying the other teams are better right now. I would actually move the Rams under the Bills right now, and I think the Bucs stay at the top with the Bills. I think the Rams, sure, they won against the Seahawks, but Stafford isn't looking as good as we would have wanted to. The defense is allowing a lot of points for a defense that we're expecting to be super strong. I personally think the top two teams are the Buccaneers and the Bills. I still think the Buccaneers with the Patriots was a full reign.
I don't know. I've been more impressed with the Bills. I know that Chiefs defense is leaky, but they still. I mean, they put up, like you said, a lot of points recently, and the defense looks so good. Like I genuinely, I don't know.
I think the Bills are better than the Rams.
I think I agree. I think I would maybe go Bucks,
good
Bills,
on the Bills
Rams.
offense apart from Stephon Diggs. Name one good player.
I mean,
Sanders, baby.
got it done. They got it done.
Back-to-back touchdown game.
They also have no running game, which is also a thing. Like they've had. Let me tell you this: the
Allen,
Bills look good, but they've also had an easier
Josh
schedule.
Allen, 59 yards. Josh Allen.
I think so.
Yes.
I mean,
they beat the Chiefs, but the Chiefs look like crap. Like everyone's beating the Chiefs. They're 2-3, so it's not like a big deal. If the Chiefs were 4-0 and they beat them, that's one thing. They played the Texans the week before, and then week 3.
And then they played Washington. Then they shut out the Dolphins. Another shutout. That's 2 shutouts.
Yeah, but it's against shit teams. It's not like they've.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I get it.
The Rams have actually played difficult teams. Buccaneers have played difficult teams.
Yeah, I get it.
And also the Rams beat the Buccaneers. So let me say this: Bills have not beaten a top tier team. Rams have, and the Cardinals have.
Okay.
That's why I would rank them higher.
Okay, I can down with that.
Not to say that I don't think the Bills will not beat the Rams or whatever, but I haven't seen the Rams play someone good, like to give them like a struggle.
Do you mean the Bills?
The Bills, sorry, correction. But this week they have the Titans, so let's see how they put up against Derrick Henry and Julio Jones and AJ Brown. Like that's a good offense to see how they stack up against.
Did you say Cardinals above the Bills? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I would put the Cardinals. Yeah, 5-0. They have to be, and they've beaten the Rams. Got to.
So then, surely you have to put the Cardinals above the Rams.
I don't think so yet. No.
Really, 5-0, and they've beaten them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to see them against Brady. Do they play against Brady?
I have no idea. I'm not sure. But I mean, week 8.
They play the Browns.
Week 8 is going to be a telling week because it's Green Bay versus Cardinals. So we'll see how good they really are. I think. Remember, also Stafford's in a new offense. The talent is insane. They finally got Robert Woods involved. They've been struggling to get the offense going. Last week they finally did so, and they already beat the Buccaneers. They had one off game and it was against the Cardinals. So
I'll agree. I still think the Chargers should be up here, but whatever. I'll agree.
So after all that, how are we actually ordering this top tier? Because I'm hella confused now.
Like that, I would.
Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I think you're right with the Bills.
Maybe I would maybe even move Arizona ahead of Tampa. Tampa have not looked good a couple times.
I just think having a 5-0 team as third. I just think
I'd move Tampa down actually.
I mean, we've been moving the cards all the way from I think it was Good Challenger, so I think it's good pace. I think, bro, the Tampa.
They beat the LA Rams. Tampa lost against the Rams. Arizona beat the Rams.
Yeah.
You still gotta place them against each other, which they won't, sadly. But I still think the Bucks are the best team in the league.
The Bucks can't defend. They let up a bunch of points. There's not a single team where they have not let up a ton of points to, where they've had to outscore them. The only one was the Patriots, and they scraped by that game. Every time they're up against like a good team.
Rams and Cardinals have been the same.
What do you mean?
Rams and Cardinals have allowed a ton of points too. I mean, 33 against the Vikings, almost 20 against the Jags, 20 against the Rams. What am I looking at? What's the other team that we're talking about? Rams.
Buccaneers have the worst passing defense in the league. Period.
I get that. I have nothing against that. I mean, the Bucks D have made a full 180.
I think this is what we're saying, though. Then the Cardinals should be above them because their offense is stellar. Nah, Max. If Max sees this video and sees that we put the Cardinals top, we'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah. No, it makes sense though. It makes sense. Like they did beat the Rams by quite a bit.
I realistically, I think they are the only undefeated team left.
Wait,
they beat the Rams.
I was kidding.
I'm not. Realistically, they are 5-0. I think we like that. I don't know about.
We're using if A equals B, B equals C, then A equals C logic. The Cardinals beat the Rams beat the Bucks, so therefore Cardinals have to be better.
I mean, obviously you can't just.
That's the logic you guys were using. I think it's flawed because I still think the Bucks are better than both of these two teams. But
Bucks lost against the Rams though. We haven't seen.
I know. I get that.
The Bucks, so, but
I get that. But after that, there's been 2 weeks of the Rams where Matthew Stafford has looked lost as hell.
But they've won.
It is what it is. I guess.
They have to guess if they're getting the victories.
Okay.
He hasn't looked bad. He's a top 10, still top 10 quarterback.
Let's do this.
In a new offense.
And what are your 1, 2, 3?
Rams, Cardinals, Bucks.
Yep.
Cardinals. Cardinals. Rams, Bucks. I think like that.
I asked you, and I need an Excel sheet open. Okay, so it's you put like I can do this. Seb, you have the Cardinals first. You said.
Yeah, Cardinals, Rams, Bucks.
Okay, and then you have them Cardinals second, and I'm third. Okay. Literally 1, 2, 3.
They're all gonna cancel each other out.
Yeah, they're all gonna cancel each other out. Omar, where are you? Who's convincing who, guys? We have 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
How about this? Okay, then let's just put it back to the way it was: Rams, Tampa, Cardinals, and we'll see how this week plays out. Because we did have them in good challenger. They already went up to conference contenders, and then they went up to Super Bowl finalists. Like we did say, you have to do it slowly, week by week.
True. Okay, yeah,
So,
I'm happy with that.
Let's see. We have 16, 17 weeks. Like we're only in week 5.
That's true.
Yeah, a long time. Yeah,
that's very true.
Week 6, so there's a long way to go. There could be Chargers could be top by the end of it. Rams could lose 3 in a row. Who knows? So
Vikings could rip off a 9-game win streak.
Exactly. Yep, Jets could be up there. Who knows? They might go on a 15.
Jets could be up there.
Stranger things have happened. Okay, I think we're all good with that. Should we move on and just have a little bit of a chat about tonight's game before kickoff?
Yes, sir.
Tampa Bay.
Let's talk about against the spread for this one because this one's interesting. I talked to Gabo earlier. I was yesterday. We were playing Call of Duty, and I said, "Hey Gabo, do you want a quick fact about the game?" Because he was looking at like putting a bet on.
Bets.
And I said that Tom Brady is 0-10 against the spread in his last 10 primetime games. 0-10 has not covered the spread. Spread is bouncing at the moment between 6.5 to 7, -6.5, -7 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who are you going for? Eagles +7? Are we gonna make? What is the? Can you look at the current spread? Because some people are saying it's +7, and some people are saying it's +6.5.
I have -7 +7.
Okay, let's go. Okay, good. Because earlier today it was 6.5. So let's go with 7 because it's a live one. We're doing it live. Are you taking now? It's -6.5. What the?
Well, I've got 6.5.
Yeah,
Okay, so what happens in a +7 -7? What happens if they win by 7?
I think it depends by sportsbook. Mine credits it as a win. A tie is a win on against the spread.
Yeah, it'll probably depend on the betting company that you're doing it with
100%.
and what they decide. Yeah.
I don't know what the American companies do, but my British company does that. So it's weird. So let's do 6.5 then, so that negates the possibility.
Okay, this is in Bet365 it's funded. It's void.
It's void.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Why put it then though?
Because if it's in a parlay, it just decreases the odds.
Yeah.
That's why.
Let's go with 6.5.
Let's go 6.5. Seb, let's start with you. What are your thoughts? Does that stat scare you?
No.
No.
I'm straight. I think, although I was generous with my praise for Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith and the Eagles. Oh, actually, just what I think about it. Did you see the clip going round of Tom Brady? I think it was in an interview yesterday or something. He was complimenting the Eagles defense, and he was saying, "Oh, they've looked really solid this year." And then someone had quote tweeted when he did that barbershop program where he said that 99% of the things he says are bullshit, and if he says that some player is good, then it probably means he's absolute trash and is going to target him. So does that mean he thinks the Eagles are just absolutely horrible? I don't know. I trust Brady though. I think they can beat the Eagles by over 7 points.
Makes sense.
I think so. I think the spreads have been brutal with the Bucks, so I think that is because of that. I mean, we've had +10s, +11s,
Yeah.
+6.5. This is one touchdown away. It's fine. I think this is more than doable.
I could see them winning by 10, touchdown and a field goal.
I still think they beat them by quite a bit. I just feel more safe betting on this -7 than I did last week.
Yeah.
And against the Dolphins. So yeah, I'll take the -6.5, 100%.
Down even.
Eagles are ranked number 11th best defense in the league, which is pretty high. Tampa Bay are 17. They stink with the passing game. I also think Tampa Bay
only 17
with only. Well, I mean, look at all the crappy teams. There's a lot of crappy teams. I think passing is going to be an issue. I think it's going to be a very run-heavy game for Tampa. Leonard Fournette's finally got going. As for against the spread, personally, I took an alternate match handicap for my own parlay tonight. I put +10.5 for the Eagles. I didn't trust the 6.5. It just didn't. That, like you said, that one touchdown kind of negates it. You think Tom Brady's going to probably win by about a touchdown, but I think this game is close, so I put 10.5. As for the actual against the spread, I'm going to go with you guys. I think -6.5 is. I think if it was -7.5, I would feel differently. That 1 point definitely sways me. So yeah, I would definitely go with Tom Brady. That's buck the trend. So yeah.
I think he'll get his first win against the spread on a primetime game or whatever you said that stat was.
Gabbo, do you want to
maybe just?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, Gabbo, do you want to quickly pull up the player props on Bet365 and we can choose the under-overs for each player for receiving, rushing, throwing.
All right.
Just a quick game of over.
Are we being sponsored by Bet365 or are we gonna shut it down?
No. Just like whatever website you want to use. We can just do a quick.
I mean, if Bet365 did want to sponsor us, that would be absolutely fine.
Yeah, of course. But
all right,
our current one viewer, Gabbo, is not gonna do it for us.
Yeah, exactly. Lol. All right, let's go for start with receptions.
Cool.
Pick a side, Seb. Eagles or Bucks?
Let's go with the Eagles first.
Eagles. We got Zach Ertz at 4.5. I will take the over on this one. Dallas Goedert. Yeah, 4.5 receptions. Dallas Goedert is out.
Oh,
that says it all.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, over. 100% over. There's no competition at that tight end slot area. And the passing defense of Tampa Bay sucks. So I think it has to be an over.
Yeah. Seb?
I can't hear you guys. I don't know what's happening with my laptop.
Seb is lagging like crazy.
Yeah.
Laptop has just completely started to die. It's been like an hour. It's crunching away. He's struggling. Oh, he's gone.
Anyways.
All right, that game didn't last long with Seb. Seb, are you back? Hello, Sebastian. All right. Just move on to the next player, Gabo, while he fixes it.
All right. Kenneth Gainwell has...
I'm back. Sorry. For some reason, it just mega glitched out, made some weird noise, and then everything just went silent. I thought, have I had a stroke, or is my laptop just being shit?
You were like freezing all over the page. It was
it was not a good time. Just before you move on, Zach Ertz, I think he's a potential tight end streamer as well, fantasy wise. I think he's gonna have a big game. So I would go on the over for that.
If you're doing that, you better do it in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to actually have it. I think he's unavailable because I think Dan. Did you pick him up or?
I dropped him.
Someone.
I dropped him after week 2 or 3. I can't remember.
I know I've gone for a bit of a rogue streamer this week while George Kittle is still out. Picked up a little cheeky Dan Arnold.
Oh, Jackson. I picked him up in Dynasty League actually because he's just slowly, gradually getting involved more and more, especially with DJ Chark out.
Yep.
Opens up
and they're taking on Miami, so.
Yeah, it'll be easy. Shred them.
Yeah. Anyway, we're supposed to be talking Eagles Bucks.
I was just making sure that my rosters don't have any flex players on for today. I think I have Tom Brady in 2 leagues and Leonard Fournette, and I'm playing against the Tampa Bay defense. So.
See, I have
to be pretty easy then. Who the hell streams Tampa Bay defense? That sucks. That sucks, man. Even against Jalen.
Yeah, who the fuck would do that?
Is that you?
Yeah, I need to get another.
Another defense. Man.
Oh, you do?
What the hell? How about are they like 17, 18 defense?
I don't know. It doesn't say. They are apparently tied 9th.
I don't know. Hold on.
Apparently,
but I got you. Yahoo is the best for this.
You flipping love Yahoo.
Hell yeah. Players and stats by
it says rank 7 according to Flea Figure.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay.
Wow. So they're obviously still getting sort of fumbles and takeaways and such. But again, I mean,
game against Atlanta, so.
I think Jalen Hurts is still capable of the interception and the fumble, especially if he's running. I don't particularly like the Bears against Green Bay. Don't like the Patriots against Dallas. I don't particularly like the Vikings against Darnold. And I don't like the Eagles against Tom. After that, there's no one really.
The Colts are free. Him up.
The who? The Colts. No, Colts are not available, unfortunately. So yeah, I might just deal with them. I don't know. Let's go Vikings. But anyway,
you got the Sunday anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to how we were saying the receptions. I'll take a look at the running backs first. We got Kenneth Gainwell and Miles Sanders. I said it earlier. I think. Did I say it earlier? I didn't actually. This was off stream. I think Kenneth Gainwell is a great over pick, 3.5. He's definitely been the pass catching running back here in this offense, not Miles Sanders. So I will, on that logic, I will take.
Yeah, stay away from Miles Sanders, I think, for bets.
Yeah, the thing is, against the Dolphins, the Bucs showed that the only way to really go through them is not running, is through the passes. So I'm more confident with Kenneth Gainwell getting 4 receptions than I am with Miles Sanders, but I wouldn't move it past Miles Sanders to get 4 as well, just because of this defense.
I think Miles Sanders is in danger of becoming RB2. You know, Kenneth Game was another one that I picked up off the waiver wire, and I think he could end up becoming a bit of a steal for me because he's, as you said, slowly getting more and more involved. I think Miles Sanders is not shown enough to really deserve that RB1 spot unless he really sort of turns it around in the next few games. So I would take the over on Gainwell.
Nice.
Cool. Wide receivers, we got Devonta Smith. I'm really gonna just focus on Devonta Smith. I don't really care about Quez Watkins and Jalen Reagor right now, but unless you guys want to talk about it. But Devonta Smith, 6.5 receptions. Tie. But if we're taking a look at, how we're saying about the defense, Bucs being the worst in the passing game, gonna throw it to someone. It's gonna have to be
I think I'd take the over on that as well. He's hit 7 over his past 2 games, 9 and 10 targets. So I think he's going to get the targets as long as he snags them. And again, we've said that defense not great. I'd probably go over.
Well, this is funny. So the last 2 games for Devonta Smith have been 7 receptions. So he needs 7 again.
Yes.
To make this over. The targets are there though. 19 targets in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'll take the over. What about you, Dan?
Yeah, I'd agree. And I also think Philly might be chasing the game a bit in the early stages before making it close. So you don't want the game to get out of hand if you're the Eagles. So I think you have to go big. You can't trust the 2 running backs. Miles Sanders sucks. It's going to go through the air if you're going to beat this team.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we're putting all overs. I mean, Jalen Reagor and Quez Watkins. Jalen Reagor 3.5. I would actually go the under there. I think Quez Watkins is showing up a bit more, so I would actually go for the over on Quez Watkins 2.5 and under on Jalen Reagor 3.5. I think Jalen Reagor is gonna just slowly.
He's had more targets than I thought he had, Jalen Reagor, considering his point scores. Like, not great.
All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oof, a ton of options here for Tom Brady. Let's start with OJ Howard, 1.5. Thoughts? Koski's not playing, but I still don't think these guys.
I go under because I think Cameron Braid's better.
I don't. They don't use tight ends as much anyway. For the blocking, I guess.
Titans that are not named Rob Gronkowski.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bray, again, over his last 4 weeks, has had a grand total of 8 targets. So, I mean, he's not getting used much either. But, yeah, I probably got under.
Personally, how much does Cameron Braid have? Cameron Braid has 2.5.
I'd probably go the under on that as well,
I think I'd go over.
Hello there, little putty cat.
Oh, God.
Showing your ass, god damn it. This is why dogs are better than cats.
Oh, she just wants to cuddle. Come on, hurry. Hurry. Take a choice. Take a choice.
Cats hate being moved quickly.
Huh?
Cats like taking their time. They're like just
they do.
Don't tell me what to do. I'll do it myself. All right, so screw the finance. We're looking at the triple threat of Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin. All 3 at 5.5.
Oh.
Your pick, man.
Antonio Brown over the other 2. I would pick the under. I'm not too sure. How
really?
The Tampa Bay are going
to be. I thought you were going to say the over on
I thought you were going to say the complete opposite, actually. I haven't needed Antonio Brown half, though. Target. Because he's getting the long passes. That's fine.
The last two games, he's again had 7 targets each game. 7 receptions each game with 19 total targets. Yeah. But again, are they going to go long? That is the question.
Godwin had 11 last week.
Yeah, but it changes every week. It's like Mike Evans will have a huge game, then it's Chris Godwin, then it's Antonio Brown. So that's why I'm picking one out of the three. I doubt all three are gonna have like huge games. It's just not that kind of game, I don't think. So I'm flipping a coin. It landed on Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll flip a coin. Mine landed on Chris Godwin. I think this is Chris Godwin's day to shine. Mike Evans
give me Mike Evans then. I'll have Mike Evans.
We'll see who gets the most then. Also, Antonio Brown is coming against the Eagles. He hates the Eagles because he was a Steeler. He's gonna get booed a lot. So I think Antonio Brown is gonna be the one today. So
okay, so let's look at their receiving yards. So we have Antonio Brown with 66.5, Mike Evans with 67.5, and Chris Godwin with 70.5.
I'm definitely taking Antonio Brown with that out of those ones.
Yeah, I would too. I would on this. I would take actually Antonio and Mike Evans over. I think Chris Godwin. Is it me or is it he's just gonna be more of the short passing type of guy?
I don't know. He has like big games, like his first couple games this year.
His first.
Isn't that like Scotty Mill guy? They don't really.
Scotty Miller, yeah.
It's the tight ends that are usually like that. But
yes.
And also
his first game he got 105. Since then he hasn't had over 74, but he hasn't had under 55. So.
Chris Godwin?
You know, Chris Godwin. Respectable numbers, but you know.
So it'll be close.
I think it will be close, yeah.
I mean, they're supposed to be close, but
that is why it's a bet.
Yeah, this is the same thing about flipping a coin. I mean, who's gonna feast and who isn't? I mean, last week both Mike Evans and Antonio Brown feasted quite a bit. Could happen again, or it could be Chris Godwin's time. So take your pick, everyone. That's our betting advice.
Yes.
Get a coin, flip it, and bet on
it. Don't do any research. Don't look at that shit. Just flip a coin. Yeah, because why plan these things? Should we move on to a bit of a prediction for this game, and then we'll wrap up because it's not going to be too long to kicking off.
Yeah, it's been 8 minutes, and also Chile's playing.
Has Ben Brereton scored tonight?
He scored last time.
He did score, didn't he?
Can Chile?
Yes, sir.
I am surprised Chile can score. It's 0-0, by the way.
I know. We scored 2. Yeah, it's 0-0. 3 shots though, of course.
Who are you playing?
3 shots. God.
3 shots in 12 minutes. Venezuela.
Oh, it's not a bad start. So yeah, who you guys got for this evening's game? Gabo?
Eagles. Imagine. Buccaneers. I mean, we did call it with the spread.
Yeah.
Dan and I are here every Thursday to say that this is going to be a high-scoring game, and whenever we say that, it doesn't happen. But every Thursday game has been high-scoring, so I guess it's either our luck against us or it's.
I'm gonna go with a really low-scoring game then. So.
Okay, good. Let's do it. Let's go for the under. Put it now.
It's gonna be 6-3.
I'm gonna go with 28-21 to the Bucks.
I mean that's fairly.
That doesn't help the spread, bro.
They cover the spread by 0.5.
Oh, they cover, yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Damn. No, I think the Bucks score more than 30 points. I think Tom Brady's gonna have another. No, never mind. I'm not calling it. I'm saying he's gonna have a terrible game. I think they're gonna win 14-7.
14.
Nah, I don't care about jinxing it. I see. Yeah, I think Bucks go over 30. 31-10. That's my prediction. Yeah, I think the Eagles have a bit of a dud, and Tom Brady is gonna ride me towards. Oh no, that's in my other league. He's not gonna ride me towards anything. I was gonna say he's gonna ride me towards a 3-3 record, but that's in my other league. So
his revenge from the Super Bowl. What was it? 3 years ago.
Whenever it was.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Nick Foles beat him.
Revenge game.
Revenge game.
Revenge game.
Revenge game. He should become like one of the quarterbacks one of the 4 quarterbacks to beat every single team?
That wouldn't surprise me.
It was him with Brett Favre.
I mean, I guess he just had to beat the Patriots, actually, didn't he? That was the only team we'd had to have beaten.
Yeah, probably. That was the one.
Yeah, but also he would have beaten everyone else. So yeah, just got to beat the Pats, and now he's done that. So
sure.
Right.
Now Rodgers has to go to the Saints and beat the
because...
Packers. Oh, sorry, I keep cutting you because your connection sucks.
You.
Roasted.
Thanks. Thank you, my friend.
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think let's wrap it up there because A, it's almost game time, and B, I have to sleep because it is 1-something in the morning, and I have work. I'm gonna be getting up in 5.5 hours, which is gonna be fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Yeah, just dedication to the cause here. Yeah. We'll be back on Sunday, I think. We'll do a little one of them. Saturday or Sunday, other weekend.
Unless you do a Premier League video.
Yeah, I might try and squeeze one of those in. Actually, we'll see if maybe Omar can join us too. If Dan can't join us, I'll ditch Dan and I'll get Omar on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much, guys. We will see you next time. Peace.